Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Gaming Droid, and welcome to a tag. I was tagged by Mr. Everyday John, and basically the tag is to answer a few questions about 2016. So, Queen Nye, that's a good one. Let's see, do I have Queen Nye's Christmas colours? I do. So, Everyday John, good friend of mine, fellow YouTuber, he will be linked below. Please go and give him a little bit of love and check out his tag as well. And there's just a few questions to rattle through about 2016. But first, who am I going to tag in return? I think I am going to tag into this particular question. I'm going to tag in Shweeb and Toadnet, two friends of mine who do YouTube. Toadnet works with me, or Toadnet and I do the D20 together, and Shweeb and me have done a couple of collabs, and I rather enjoy playing with her. So I'll link them down below as well, and I'll also tweet out to them to tell them that they need to come and do their tag. So the first question is, what was your favourite and least favourite game from 2016? So, oh, by the way, I'm playing this live while I'm actually doing this, so if I cadence of my words sounds a little bit off, it's because I am actually playing this while I'm doing it. So what was my favourite and least favourite game of 2016? For my favourite game, I think well, here's the awkward thing with this. When it comes to games, I am a fan of pretty much all games. There are certain games I don't like, but that's like personal choice. Games are there for relaxation and enjoyment, and it's very rare for me to find a game that I actively think is bad as a game. I personally think that like books and like music, it's there for relaxation and enjoyment, and so if you are not going to be sort of enjoying it, that's your personal choice. So hating a game is very hard, and in the same vein, like picking a favourite game out of the games I've played is actually quite a challenge, because I quite enjoy most games, and although some games I'll prefer over other ones of course, I'm the kind of person who likes a lot of games. So I think for 2016, for my favourite game, it's a bit of a tie-up. There's a few games that I've played quite a bit. I've played a lot of Space Engineers, but I think the thing that kind of knocks that down for me a bit is the fact that it's got a lot of bugs involved in it at the moment. It's still in development, and it's a very good game, but it's just got a few too many bugs for it to be my favourite. I think probably at the moment, at the time of recording, which is the end of 2016, start of 2017, probably my favourite game is probably going to end up being Paladins. But that's kind of a misnomer, because I came into Paladins about halfway through 2016, a little bit later than halfway through 2016. So actually at the start of 2016 I was playing a lot of games. Fallout 4 I played quite a bit of. I quite enjoyed Fallout 4, but for me Fallout 4 was just a little bit too much of a shooter. I expect my Fallouts to be more of a RPG. So I think my favourite game for 2016 is probably going to end up being Paladins. It's amazing fun to play with friends, but then that's one of those phrases that's a bit silly, because everything's fun if you do it with your friends, like except maybe a colonoscopy or something like that. But pretty much any game that you play, or any entertainment you play, is great with friends. It's one of the great things about tabletop RPGs, great with friends. So I think probably my favourite video game is probably going to be Paladins. My least favourite, again, I find it hard to hate video games. They are there to entertain and to enjoy, so I find it difficult to hate on them. But I think probably my least favourite video game is probably going to go to I wish I had, just off the top of my head, just a game that was genuinely hate-filled. I think I'm probably going to have to go with, and this is probably going to be a slightly controversial choice, Five Nights at Freddy's, the most recent one, the 2016 one. I just don't enjoy that sort of game, and I don't like it, and I don't like the way the series has gone. I don't like the community that's grown up around it as a massive community that becomes very involved and speculative. I don't like games that have these very insulated communities or isolated communities that are very xenophobic towards people with other ideas. I don't like things like the first-person shooter community where everyone who is new to the game is a noob and a spammer and crap, and I don't like that sort of thing. So next, my favourite movie of 2016. That one's going to be quite easy. My favourite movie of 2016, almost undoubtedly, is going to be Zootropolis, or Zootopia if you're outside of Europe. I think my least favourite movie... I don't really know, actually. I don't tend to watch movies that I'm not interested in. Least favourite movie. Bear in mind, I've only watched movies that I actually thought I would enjoy. Probably my least favourite movie was Civil War, the superhero. Is it Captain America Civil War? Simply because there was so much interesting stuff they could have done with the sort of non-combat side of things, the non-fighting side of things, and all they did was have a fight for an hour and a half. Or a series of fights for an hour and a half, so it wasn't really my idea of an entertaining time. So on to TV shows. I don't watch a lot of television. I genuinely don't. My favourite TV show of 2016? Probably, it's not a 2016 TV show, but it's what I was watching in 2016. Probably Sword Art Online. It's a much older than 2016 TV show, but that's what I was watching. And I can't really think of any particular TV show that I've watched. Least favourite TV show? The Kardashians. The Only Way is Essex. Made in Chelsea. Pretty much any of those. Music. What's my favourite music album this year? Probably... it's probably going to end up being a soundtrack. I'd probably say it's the Moana soundtrack. The soundtrack from the Moana movies. I love songs that I can associate with a story. I like songs for their own sake, but I love songs I can associate with a story. Damn it, I'm getting caught now. Thank you. As to my least favourite music album, I, again, tend to only listen to music that I think I'm going to like. Least favourite music album, probably something a little bit more... heavy metalish. I'm not a big fan of heavy metal. And I'm not a big fan of heavy metal, I don't really know what heavy metal's been released this year. There was an album of songs released by politicians, that might be quite high up there. So what's the thing you've done the most in 2016? Probably work on my YouTube channel. I mean, up until... actually no, probably... Yeah, probably work on my YouTube channel. God, I hate that move. Yeah, so probably work on my 2 different YouTube channels is probably the thing I've been doing the most, at least putting the most effort into. Over the last month of 2016 I had a contract job which consumed pretty much all my time, but that was only a couple of weeks of contract work. So, on to 2016 favourite moments. I think most of my favourite moments come from my personal life. I think probably just... Oh, what is one of my favourite moments? Because I'm not one of these people who gets into celebrity culture, so I don't have like a list of my favourite celebrity moments, my favourite moments where celebrities did this or that. For me, probably one of my favourite moments, and it's going to sound really sad, is just sitting down with a book that I'd never read before and going through a nice new story. I like to just chill out and relax in very peaceful, normal ways. I don't spend a huge amount of time paying attention to celebrities or movie stars. And yeah, that's it. I sat down and read a fantasy adventure book that I'd never read before, and that's probably my favourite moment. Least favourite moments: Brexit, the election of Trump, going into hospital with kidney stones. All of these things have been just not massively pleasant parts of 2016. So you can see that I'm one of these childish people. I like fantasy adventure books, I like kids' movies, I like soundtracks that have a storyline to them, things like True Colours, Owl City, stuff by Owl City, things that have a story within the music. Not a big fan of heavy metal, but that doesn't mean heavy metal is bad as a thing. I just am not a fan of it myself. So that's a little bit about me, and I'm tagging Shweeb and Toadnet to spread this on and tell us a little bit about their 2016 and their favourite things of 2016. So it will be interesting to see what comes out of that. I was tagged by Everyday John. All of those links will be in the comments below, so head off down there and go find some links and go and find some new interesting YouTubers. Thank you for watching. This has been the Gaming Droid, and this has been my 2016 What Was Your Year tag. And this has been me playing Brawlhalla in the background while doing the tag live, which is why there's been an awful lot of silences and ums. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video there because that was beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!